Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. So this is my YouTube channel. Now I also appear on this channel here called Stonks the Indicator. I do live streams in the weekdays with Dave. That's Dave there. And yesterday on Saturday I did my first solo live stream. And it went okay actually. There wasn't many people there. I made some massive mistakes, like I forgot to put the microphone on for the first minute or so there's a minute of silence, and I only noticed when people started appearing in the chat saying there's no sound. So massive apologies for that. And also I was referring to a spreadsheet that someone had posted in the Discord, and I actually got the wrong person, so I kind of messed up a little bit there. And then later on in the video I was talking about one particular tab on my Chrome browser, and I realized I was showing the other tab at the same time, so it wasn't perfect, right? But thank you for everyone who came along, and thank you for not giving me a hard time about it. It was my first one on my own. And I will be doing more. I'll be doing that every Saturday. I haven't quite decided on the time yet. I did it at midday UTC yesterday. I think that's kind of okay. It might be better either slightly later or even slightly earlier. I'm not sure really. But if you've got any thoughts about that, please leave them in the comments down below. Or better still, go over to this live stream here and leave a comment on that as well. So yeah, so that's a regular thing happening. I was thinking what I should probably do is get some practice by doing some live streams on my own channel. So I've done a handful of them over the past year or so, which have been okay. So I think I probably need to get into doing that regularly. What I'm thinking is, if I did initially just a quick half hour, maybe an hour each day at a certain time of day, just to sort of talk about the state of the market, answer any questions, and maybe show you what trades I've got open and if I'm planning on taking any, or even do some live trades on stream if the opportunity arises. Now, the time for that I think is going to have to be reasonably early in the morning. So I'm proposing something like 10 a.m. UK time. So that at the moment, that would be 9 a.m. UTC. Now, I know that's not going to work with our American friends because it's going to be ridiculous o'clock for them. So that might not work. The other possibility is that I could do one in the evening, but that would have to be much later. So something like 8 p.m. UK time. Now the thing is with that is usually the market is pretty quiet then in between the sort of closing of New York and the opening of Asia. So I don't know if that's the best time. I'm favouring the morning really, but that would sort of exclude a lot of people in the US and Canada. But let me know in the comments what you think about that, because I do need to get some practice at doing live streams and get really slick and good at it, which at the moment I'm not, but you got to learn somewhere. Anyway, talking about learning things, MEXC is an exchange that I've never used, or I don't think I've ever used. Now, MEXC did approach me and they said, can you try our exchange? And I was like, maybe. And to be honest, I'm quite happy with ByBit, BitGet, BitUnix and Blofin, of which all four of those you're getting really good intro offers with them if you use my links. ByBit and BitGet, you get up to $30,000 sign-up bonus. Blofin, I think, is $8,000. And BitUnix at the moment, they've got a really good thing going on where you make a deposit and you get 20% back. And that applies for deposits up to $2,000. So you can get up to $400 for free, and you actually get that next week. You don't have to wait for it. If you want to know about his offers, then you can just look at the links in the description down below, or you can come over to my website, savewith.crypto.org, and here where it says exchanges, you'll see these links here for ByBit, BitGet, Blofin and BitUnix, and those ones all get you amazing bonuses. So when MEXC approached me, I thought, well, I don't really want to just try it out and, compare it with the other ones. So I said, can I have some trading bonus to try it out with? And they kind of gave me 100 USDT trading bonus. So I can't withdraw it, but I can trade with it, which is the way most bonuses work. So my idea here is to, trade that $100 and see if I can make it a little bit more. And I thought that might be quite a good fun thing to do on the videos. Now, the first thing I do with most exchanges is I just take a look at the chart and how it looks, and does that look familiar to me? Okay, well, I don't often look at volume. I'd rather look at something different there. So I might change that. And also here, it's showing these moving averages. And at the moment, they don't mean that much to me. So I'm going to see if I can change those. So I can do that here. Okay, so I'm going to change those to EMAs. Okay, and I'm going to make that the same as what I do on TradingView. So that would be a 5, 9, 21, and 55. And I'm going to make those the same colours as what I normally use, which is red, cyan, which is about that, isn't it? Yellow, and green. Okay. Oh, the sub-index. I assume that's the bit down the bottom, isn't it? I might choose the MACD, actually, because I haven't looked at that for a while. And I don't think I need volume at the moment. Can I have that as well? Looks like I can. Let's just have a look at that first. Stochastic RSI and MACD. Yeah, it does make the chart a little bit busy, but maybe I'll leave it like that for the time being. This kind of floating widget thing, I don't ever use that, so I'm just going to get rid of that. That's looking reasonable. I can live with that. Okay, it says my bonus has been credited. That's great. There's my $100. Okay, so can I see an opportunity at the moment? Let's just have a look over on TradingView. Okay, so over on TradingView, I've got this indicator down here as well. Now, I'm not going to say too much about this at the moment because this is an indicator that I published about 16 hours ago, and so far it's all going well. Now, the thing about this is it isn't really my indicator at all. It's one that was shown to me about a month or so ago by a guy called the Imagine Project. And I started using it, and then the indicator disappeared from TradingView. Luckily, I had the code for it. So I waited a while to see if it got republished, and it didn't. I tried to get in touch with the original creator of it, and I got no answer. I asked the Imagine Project about it, and he said, well, it's not actually my script, and I don't know what's going on. So I tried to republish it, and when I did, I got it banned by TradingView. So I tried again, and I got it banned again. Now, at the moment, I think it's okay. I think part of the problem is when I wrote the description for it, I don't think it was very good. I think the problem is in the background here, I also had another indicator showing, which is not the correct way to do it. The idea is you have a clean chart like that, then the indicator showing here. And then I've written, a better description for it. It's called the quad rotation stochastic. It tells you why it's useful, why it's unique, and it's got an example of how you can use it with trading Bitcoin. I mean, so far it's going well. If you do use it, by the way, can you give this thing a little click here, this little rocket, and give it a little boost? Because I think that might help it to stay there. Anyway, I'm hoping that does stay there, but it is a bit strange the way I've got hold of it. So originally it was written by somebody called Christopher Plunkett. If Christopher Plunkett's watching this, then thank you very much. Please get in touch and let's work out how we can credit you properly. Crypto J also helped me massively with this indicator because there was a few things that weren't working properly on it, and he fixed them all, which is great. And I modified a few little bits where I wanted the stochastic lines to match the kind of things that I do. So, the red being the fastest, then cyan, yellow, and green the slowest. So I changed the defaults for that. There's a few other little things that got tweaked as well. So if you do want to use this, I'd suggest that you grab it right now. It's called the quad rotation stochastic, and you'll find that in the free indicators in TradingView. Anyway, the way you use this is you look for all these stochastics to be down the bottom in this 10 to 20% area down here. if you're looking for a long, or if you're looking for a short, you look for them when they're all up there as well. Now, there are a few conditions that sort of get highlighted by it, like these red arrows and these green crosses. And when you see those are normally, points of interest. So, for example, that was a kind of top here. And when you got the opposite here, that was a kind of bottom. It also plots these bullish and bearish divergences. So you can see that when the green line down here stopped appearing, the bullish divergence came into play, and then the price went up. So it's a pretty cool indicator. I will be doing more videos about it when I'm pretty sure that it's going to stay there, because each time I published it before, it was about 3 or 4 days before TradingView came along and hid the script. And if that happens again, I really don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I would suggest that you grab it right now. So you literally just go to indicators there on TradingView, and if you just search for like quad rotation, you'll see it here. Quad rotation of stochastic, that's what it's called. So at the moment, I can't particularly see an opportunity with Bitcoin. Let's just check the 1 minute time frame. I mean, sometimes what I do in this circumstance, if I just want to set a trade and then cross my fingers, which isn't the best way to trade, is I will look for this indicator here, the VWAP standard deviation bands version 2 mod update, and add that to the chart. And then what that does here, it puts these lines of support here, lines of resistance up here. Now, the thing about this indicator, it does reset at midnight, so bear that in mind. And then after that, you'll see the price come down into these resistance bands and then sort of bounce off again. So sometimes what I've done in the past, I've set a long order at these levels here, this one, and this one. Let's do a limit order. Right, we're on isolated, that's good. 20x. Now let's take that down to 10, because it'd be really embarrassing if I lost the bonus before I even started, wouldn't it? So that level was about, let's say 93,750. 93,750. I'm going to use about 25% of the capital there. Open long. That's good. It tells you liquidation price. That all looks good. Okay, that all seems nice. And can I move that? I like it when you can. Yeah, you can. Okay. Okay, that all seems very familiar and straightforward. So can I set multiple orders? I assume I can. So 93,452. Let's use about 40% of that. And let's set the rest down here, 93,240, let's say. Okay, so that's them orders set there. And literally what I'm trying to do is just trying to catch one of these wicks that comes down like that. If the general market structure changes, then I will cancel these and look for something in a different way. So you can see the orders here. So yeah, I'll just leave that, see what happens. Now at the moment I don't have any particular affiliation with MEXC. Now one of the reasons I might use MEXC as an exchange is because they do have a massive range of tokens that they support. Usually if something comes out, then pretty much the next day it will be on MEXC. MEXC seem to have most tokens before any other exchange, so there is that advantage there. So I don't know, maybe it might be an exchange that goes into my arsenal. I don't know. I will let you know what happens with this trade, of course. And the best way to know about that is to be subscribed to the channel, have the notifications set on all. I've also got a free Telegram group that you can join. And of course, you can follow me on X as well. All links for that are in the description down below, or you can go to my website, savewith.crypto.org, and all those links are on the homepage there. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. While you're down there, please do give the video a big fat like. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you got the notifications set on all, and above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet. If you cannot find someone to do your own research, you must do it yourself, just like I did not.